Okay, here I am again on the floor in my one-bedroom apartment. But, you got to start somewhere. So, I am a struggling artist, author. I wrote Who is My Child? My name's Jilliann Beck-Bryant, and the subtitle is Finding the Best Way to Teach Your Child Based on Each Individuality Type. So, whether you're a parent, it's mainly geared towards parents, but also it can help someone starting a preschool, uh, especially if you want to homeschool. It basically breaks down different curriculums and what there's a personality test and what would be recommended for each learning style. It also exposes some of the daycare stuff that you may not know. Some government stuff, some ranting and raving, of course, some astrology, and some faith-based stuff. I know that usually doesn't go together, but that's me. Here's my kitty. Okay, so go back if you are not caught up. We are all the way on chapter 15, I believe. We just did 15. So, I think that was it, actually. This is the commonly asked questions. And you can also ask your questions in the comments, and I will respond. I'm not famous yet, so I have time. I'm still a mom, and I am still working in the system, so I have yet to start my own school. Anyway, so it says question, there are no balanced child schools in my area, what should I do? And the answer is you could either study the curriculum and homeschool your children or enroll them in the next best curriculum in your area according to their element from personality quiz in previous chapter. Question, I need all-day care. None of these preschools offer it. What should I do? Answer, well, sorry to rain on your parade, but this is because it is nearly impossible for children to really absorb information to its best capacity when in school all day. 3 hours or so of strictly learning-based teaching is ideal. I cannot back what I truly don't believe in. Daycares get the most bang for their buck, which is why many can afford to go corporate and franchise route, but you do not. Your children get the most out of a part-time center. No judgment if you have no other options. When it is full-time, staff are oftentimes burnt out and managing behaviors all day, and the kids are too exhausted to really process what they are learning. I do realize some parents do not have a choice, so I hope this book will help you choose wisely. You can still find some similar all-day care. You just need to be careful that it is not a moving cattle type of school. By this, I mean rushing children through the routines of the day or moving them on to the next level classroom before they are really ready, just to open spots for new children. They make the most money on infants, by the way. So a lot are often doing that. I've seen the opposite have similar negative effects on children as well, where children are held back because there are just too many children to one teacher. So there are some Montessori schools and some schools that, at least in my area, that incorporate many different philosophies they do have a full day option. Just be aware that your child will be forced to nap during the day because it's a government law that, we shouldn't be forcing children to do an 8-hour-a-day workday like we do. They can't learn that long. It's impossible. So they force a rest. Well, this rest is supposed to be just like quiet time, read books on your mat, maybe some calming music, some dim lighting, quiet activities. But what often happens is even if your child is 5 years old, they're getting ready for kindergarten, they are clearly not sleepy during the day. They need that rest time, but they're not wanting to actually take a nap. It's a constant power struggle and fight. So either just pay attention and really get to know your center. So or even if it's at a home daycare, which can be better, can be worse. So, uh, how do I explain this? If they have an outdoor option, like let's say that they have enough staff to support that the non-sleepers can go do something else. And then the ones that are 3 or 4 in the classroom, they still need that nap, uh, have a calm, peaceful area to do so without distractions. But the older ones aren't being forced to sit there on their mat for 2 hours when they're clearly not sleepy. You might as well just accommodate your work schedule, hopefully, and just pick them up early at that point. And then you can do whatever you want at home, whether it be a shorter nap or shorter rest period. But sadly and truthfully, a lot of these centers, they will sit there and physically force children without being illegal. Well, some of them do push the boundary, but they'll be like, okay, I'm going to help you on your mat. Okay, I'm going to help you on your mat. And it's like a gentle guidance, but like the child eventually just sleeps because they give up. And sometimes the child needs that and they need that help. And sometimes as a parent, you even have to do that when they need that help. But if they are at that fence line, that borderline, and they are old enough to not really need a nap, then I feel like they're just giving up because they don't want to get in trouble, or because they don't want the power struggle. They don't want to physically fight their teacher anymore. They get exhausted from it. So then it might upset your routine at home. They might not sleep at night. Regardless, the intentions, you just have to be involved as much as possible and get the intentions behind it. So if the intention is this child seems very fussy, they seem very tired, they're coming down with something, they're sick, they really need their rest, communicate as a parent to the teachers and say, try to nap my child today. They really need it. Or, hey, my child's wired. They slept in, they got way too much sleep. You come in late maybe. It's been chaos at home. They really just need less power struggles. Hey, please don't nap my kid. Give them another option, or call me and I'll pick them up early. Just be really, really involved is my number one advice. Because oftentimes the staff are dependent on that nap time to get their planning done. And that is my biggest pet peeve with these centers is the kids have to nap so that staff can take their lunches, because the directors don't come in and relieve them for their lunches, or they don't have enough staff to relieve each other for lunches. And by law, you have to have a certain ratio, right? If not every kid is on their mat, there's not enough staff to bring some outside. If there's some running around, by law, you have to have 2 teachers in the classroom if it's over 10 children. So unless everybody's sleeping and it's 10 or under, you cannot have a staff in the room by themselves. So if you can get everyone to at least sit on their mat, then licensing will say that's fine. But if the second a child gets up and runs around, if the other staff is on their lunch, or you're trying to do documentation, you don't see something, they get hit because they're super tired, they run into a shelf, or it's dark. Like, there's so many things wrong with the whole napping at school thing. So I myself might have to enroll my own 5-year-old next year to get her more ready for kindergarten, because she's got that stupid weird birthday where she can't go to kindergarten yet, even though she's really ready and she's, in my opinion, developmentally and old enough. But it is what it is. Plus they have this wonderful free preschool program. So, and they contract with really good schools, apparently good schools. Luckily, I know some of the teachers, I know some of the directors. I'm trying to get her into a good place. I will be involved as possible. But if you don't have that luxury, just be wary and just be smart, and just ask a lot of questions. Hey, do you have a director come in and make sure you guys go to your lunches? Do you guys force the kids to nap? Do you guys have the outdoor playtime for the non-nappers? What do you do? Are those your lunch times? Is that the only time you guys can take a lunch? Just ask questions. You have rights as a parent to ask everything. Sometimes centers may lie to you to still get the enrollment, but hopefully they'll be truthful. Maybe even you offer, hey, I'll come in and volunteer, or I'll come in and cuddle my kid to sleep so you don't have to. Or, uh, I don't know. There's solutions, but just know that many times teachers can be mean, man. I even just had a teacher that was just like, oh, her tone was terrible. She was just like, go to sleep or I'm going to call your mom, or go to sleep or you're not going to get something after your nap or after rest time, or I don't know. It was just the way she said it. It's just make sure that the staff is nurturing and their language is positive and calm, and that your child is well taken care of. I'm sorry if this alarms some of you, but it's the truth. So do your best, do your research, and let me know if you have any other questions. Okay, rant over. Bye.